What up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Alcala, coming at you with the video for Wednesday, September 25th. I got a few of you that had a couple questions about where they were supposed to find their comments in order to see what they need to do. My answer to that is take a look for your comments uh, where you turn them in. So before I go over that, I just wanted to show you under the resources folder here, I put the Cortez paragraph checklist. So the checklist in order to go over things is right here. And if you turned in your Cortez paragraph, under the Cortez paragraph turn in, that's where you go. If you turned it in on the 19th, then that's where you will go as well. You will go to September 19th and you will take a look here, see where you turned it in. Okay, perfect. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get started with our lesson for Wednesday, September 25th. I just wanted to talk to you guys really fast about something, and I think I mentioned this before. When I assign articles, my job is not to make you believe one thing or the other. The values of your family are first. And I don't really like to assign things that are, I don't know how to say this, kind of partisan or from modern politicians, because chances are someone might get upset with their message or who they are, and I definitely understand that. But what we have today is we're going to go over a speech by President Obama. I think it's a good speech, and I definitely agree with everything in there. Basically, it's something that we all talk about. It's hard work and education. Again, not asking you to think a certain way or to question the values of your family, but I just wanted to note that. Okay, so with that all said, let's go ahead and take a look here. You guys are going to go ahead and do your grammar warm up, and then you guys are going to take a look at your writing. World History Based Writing Lessons, IEW Unit 2. So, Lesson 4, the Transatlantic Slave Trade. Page 33. So if you're making a polished draft notebook, complete day 2. Well, first of all, you're going to read instructions number 1 for days 2 through 4 in the teacher's manual. Basically, what it's asking you to do is to complete your Columbus paragraph. We're well past Columbus right now, but I think it's always a good idea to keep a record of your writing, and especially when you're older and out of school, it'll be fun to take a look at those old assignments and see how much you've grown as a writer. It's a lot of fun. Take it from me, although I was a little bit embarrassed with a lot of the assignments I did in middle school, but that's okay. Everyone grows as a person. And we have something here. If you want to keep a polished notebook, you may consider entering your work into IEW's Magnum Opus magazine. Okay, so it's not asking you to work on the transatlantic slave paragraph for today. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over our next assignment, which is our organizer. So UN Reading Education. So read along with me. So when we read nonfiction, we want to carefully examine what it is the author is trying to tell us. We've been focused on applying 3 question stances to help us better understand and challenge the information being presented in a text. And we also learned about identifying textual evidence and supporting details in the text that help determine its central idea. So just a pause here. We did 2 of them in class. One of them we did last week, but that was kind of off the table right now, but I'll show you how to think about your central idea. And you guys should definitely take a look at your annotations if you need a refresher on what a central idea is. Now that we've learned how to use a variety of tools to determine meaning, let's practice and sharpen those tools. So education can shape the way we see the world and change our trajectory or pathway in life. In the next several weeks, you'll be reading nonfiction texts that relate to the topic of education. But what does it mean to receive an education? Does it only include academic knowledge? What about other areas of life? Is education truly the most powerful weapon we can use to change our world? That's what Nelson Mandela said. History teaches us that education has remained a vital component to individual and societal prosperity. What power does education hold in your own life? Maybe these are questions you think about often, and maybe you'll be considering with your perspective toward education and its meaning in your own life for the first time. With each author's text, you'll be challenged to consider the goal of education for yourself and others. So set up for education unit task. The goal moving forward is to apply and practice the skills you've learned in these previous lessons in the next articles you read. So this is perfect. So your big three organizer and your I can statements. So if you remember, seems like so long ago, we did these organizers to kind of help you question and break down things that we read in these articles. So set up continued, access the education graphic organizer. So click on your grade below. So all of you are 7th graders, you're going to click on that, and then it's going to bring you to your education unit graphic organizer. So all you're going to do is complete part of the first page. So you don't have to do this whole thing. I would not make you do this whole thing in one day. That is a lot. Okay. So you're going to use the organizer electronically or print the document and handwrite. So I would suggest that you keep it electronically, and you guys will have your own methods of organizing things electronically, and you won't lose them. So you can use this organizer for all tasks and assessments with the education unit. So be liberal and diligent with your note-taking. And liberal in this context means do it a lot. Doesn't mean, be a liberal. I'm already, a little bit nervous about assigning this this article, but that's okay. That's fine. Okay, so locate the first article within the Schoology lesson. Download and print the article. So all we're going to do is take a look at the assignment, day 1. This is all you have to do today, day 1. And I'll go over that. Okay, so you're going to download, print, and read through the article, President Obama's National Address to School Kids. So it's in the lesson. It should be at the very bottom. It's this thing right here. So what I want you to do is I want you guys to print the article, and you're going to think about the questions. So big Q number 1. So what surprised me? You're going to mark with an exclamation point. Big Q number 2. What did the author think I already knew? And basically what you're going to do is just note that one. You guys can put like a asterisk there. And then what changed, challenged, or confirmed I already knew. So again, this is the whole thing. What changed your view on this? What challenged you? What confirmed that you already knew? So you also have the option to listen to the audio of his speech. So if you want to do that, click there and start the video at 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Or if you don't want to do that, you can have your parent or teacher read the article to you as you follow along. If reading a speech, listen to the audio version of the speech as you read. So just have your parent, older brother, sister, adult that you trust, guardian, go ahead and read this to you. So I normally would like to read this to you, but I only get about 15 minutes on these videos since it's a free program. So I will not be doing that. Okay, so once you're done with that, you're going to read/listen to the speech a second time. So notice and note any details or evidence that the author provides. So underline, circle, or highlight the evidence below. So I would say that you would probably be best in underlining this. So underline facts, figures, expert testimony, personal experiences, anecdotes, or observations. So an anecdote is like a very short story. Quotations, data from studies. So all these are supporting details. So underline them. Okay, cool. So once you've read the article twice, discuss what you noted with your parent, classmates, or teacher. So using your marked article, you're going to begin to transfer your marks and notes to the section in your education graphic organizer for these things. So big three, oops. So big three right here. You're going to fill this out, just the big three, just right here on this first page. So details, evidence. So right here, and then your central idea. So details and evidence, central idea, big three. Details, evidence, central idea, big three. That's all I'm asking you to complete. You guys can go on if you want, but all I'm asking you to complete is details, evidence, central idea, big three. Got it? Cool. Okay, let's do a little bit of an example here. So basically, my big question stance, and I'm just kind of putting this in there. So what surprised me? So what surprised me? So I will just say I didn't know much about Obama's youth, and I learned that he was raised by a single mother. So I like learning about presidents. I don't know if you guys do, but I like to see where they come from in life, see if there's like a pattern of success. You know, I definitely am a big believer in the American dream. But yeah, okay, so then basically what you're going to go through, what did Obama think you already knew? So what changed, challenged, or confirmed you already knew? So details and evidence from the text that support the message. The best thing to do would be to identify a central idea. So central idea and main idea, for all intents and purposes, are the same thing. So I'm just going to have ones. So the central idea I got from learning this text is education is difficult, but also rewarding. So think of your own central idea, but that's one of the central ideas I got. And details in the evidence that support the message. So facts, examples, statistics, and he has one of my favorite stories in there about J.K. Rowling, and who wrote Harry Potter series. So J.K. Rowling was rejected by many publishers by many publishers looking for one to publish Harry Potter. So that doesn't necessarily have to do with education, but basically she had to go through all those rejections before she was able to find a publisher. I bet all those publishers are definitely kicking themselves now because they lost out on a lot of money because of that. So again, doesn't have to do with education, but in the end, she got the reward that she wanted by working hard and shopping her book to different publishers. So again, big three, details, evidence, central idea. That's all I want you guys to do. Okay, so if you guys have any questions on this, email me or message me and let me know. If you can't find what you did wrong in your paragraphs, just take a look at the checklist and it should meet up. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll talk to you later.